Assalamualaikum and hi. A very good day to Dr. Hairi. My name is Nuramanina Hanani Binti Hamdan with metric number 280237.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and hi. My name is Syahira Binti Shamsuddin and my matrix number is 280165.
Assalamualaikum and hi to everyone. My name is Anisah Binti Husin and my matric number is 280085.
Hi, my name is Yaminee Selvakumar, matric number 280141.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Aishah binti Rashidi with matric number 280221.
Calculating an accurate manufacturing cost of a product that we produce is a vital piece of information for company's decision. For example, knowing the cost to produce a unit of product not only affect to the how a business budget to manufacture the product, but it is often the starting point in determining the sales price. An important components in determining the total production cost of a product or a job is the proper allocation of overhead. For some companies, the often less complicated traditional method does an excellent job of allocation overhead. However, for many products, the allocation of overhead is more complex issue, and an activity-based costing, or we can say ABC system, is more appropriate. Therefore, there are a lots of advantages and benefits of activity-based costing that we will present. The first and foremost, the advantage of activity-based costing is it will give you a realistic and more accurate production cost of specific items. Activity-based costing give managers more accurate production costs. The activity bases like measure of activity often differ from those used in traditional method or traditional allocation. Each cost drivers will have its own overhead rates, which is why activity-based costing is more accurate method of allocating overhead. For instance, if you use traditional allocation for calculate our overhead cost, usually the cost basis that we use like machine hour or direct labor hour or direct labor cost. But if we are choosing activity-based costing, we will use more cost drivers to calculate our overhead cost by activity that we have in our company. To compute the predetermined overhead rate for each the cost drivers, the process is similar to find the traditional predetermined overhead rate, where the overhead cost will divide by the cost basis like machine hour, direct labor hour, or direct labor cost. But each cost drivers will have its own overhead rate, which is why activity-based costing is more accurate method of allocating overhead. For instance, we will use the cost driver of number of setup for calculate predetermined overhead rate for setting up equipment activity, and then we will use like machine hour for machining activity. Then we will use production run for production scheduling activity, and then we will use like inspection runs, inspection hour for inspection products activity. And the last example is we will use number of move for moving materials activity. Okay, therefore, it will give you more accurate and realistic production costs. Okay, besides, this can help businesses make more informed decisions about which product to produce, or help them to find the cheaper methods of productions. Okay, it can also help when determining pricing for individual products. Okay, in addition to having a clearer understanding of the manufacturing cost, the process of gathering the data is also easy with activity-based costing. Okay, most management members can identify the cost of each activity once they have the necessary data. Okay, this may also help with making production decisions that affect pricing. Okay, thus, we can conclude that the activity-based costing can give managers or can give you a realistic and more accurate production of specific items. Okay, that's all from me. I will pass to the next speaker.
Alright, I would like to going through for the second point of the advantage of the ABC, which stands for activity-based costings. It is provides a benefits in the industry that other method doesn't work. As we always know that the traditional costing method don't always work in a certain industries, such as in the service industries. Alright, the service industries that I mean, which is such as the banks, hospitals, and also government departments, have a very different characteristic than a manufacturing firms. The service organizations have no direct costs. Most of the costs are overheads, and they do not hold stocks of the service. As the service is consumed, it is produced. We can conclude that the service industries have a minimal direct cost. However, we can use the activity-based costing, which is ABC, in this industry, since you can apply the cost directly to the type of the service. So that the traditional costing that has generally been considered as inappropriate for this organization, which means the service industries, whereas the ABC, which is activity-based costing, offers the potentials of the benefit from the improved decisions making and the cost management. Additionally, ABC, which is activity-based costing, is very versatile. Why I'm saying so? It can be used to determine a significant portions of the total cost instead of the specific cost that may be affecting the bottom line, which is that we can using in the service costing way. It is controlled by the managing cost drivers as well, which means the ABC managers can be helped using this ABC. They can be understand what is driving cost and how to fix it in a more reliable way for the service costing. As the result, the service costing can be going through the management smoothly, and they are not going to have any trouble for the management if they're using for the activity-based costing. And in the previous points that I'm saying about the managers can be helping with using the ABC, which is activity-based costings. Also in here, I want to explain that an ABC system, which is activity-based costing, can be provide better costing information and help the management manage efficiently and gain a better understanding of the firm competitive, the advantages, strengths, and weakness. With this activity-based costing, it will help the management going through the really smoothly, and they have no they don't have any mistakes that they will be used in the management. As often, the managers recognize the needs for a better costing system, such as the ABC, which is activity-based costing, when they are experiencing the increased lost sales due to the erroneous pricing that resulted from the incorrect costing data, which is it will be really hard for the managers to help them to recover back recover back the interest of the loss of the sales. So that when they are using the ABC systems, it will help them for really smoothly to do their works, and it will make them for easy way to let them know where these mistakes that have been inverted and that have been going through, and also they can see where the advantage and the strengths and the weakness of the systems that they have been using for the management. Plus, but not least, then we can see that the activity-based costing, which is ABC system, has the most impact on the firms that have area with large increasing expenses or having numerous products, service, customers, processes, or a combinations of these. In a easy way, we can see that with this, it will be help to improve the results and the pricing in the industries that otherwise will be left out. For examples, we can see that such as plants that produce standards and costume products, high volumes and low volume products, or methods and the new products will be always have the difficulty if we using this without a really consistent systems, or we can say that we didn't have the system that we've been used as the roles and we can be there for the management. If we're using this ABC system, it will help us as a managers to help into smoothly the process of the products that we have been in the process of the products that we want to costumes the products. That's when I'm saying before this. With this, the firms and the organizations, the company can accept the small and the large orders and offer standards and customers and customize the deliveries or satisfy all the customers, including those who always demand the frequently change, and we can see that customer always right. So that with this and the service either before and after delivery, and the customer who hardly ever request special services can benefit substantially from the activity-based costing system. Why I'm saying so is this because when we're using this activity-based costing system, which is ABC, we can see the going through of the paths with what we are going through and what we want to do, and we can see with this, and we can try to arrange it frequently, and we can try to use it for the customers and for the products that we want to produce it in the future, so that we can use it when we using these ABC systems. We can see that where is the slacks of our management in the systems and in the companies. That's all for me. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to present one of the benefit and advantage of activity-based costing, which is it allows to evaluate the efficiency of productions and make improvements. So let me talk about what is meant by production efficiency. So production efficiency or productive efficiency is the condition when a system no longer produces additional goods without interfering with the production of another product. So production efficiency allows companies to use their current resources effectively to achieve maximum outcomes. By reducing waste, businesses can produce goods at a lower cost while still maintaining the same level of quality. Improving your organization's production efficiency can help you lower production cost and discover the actual amount of resources needed to produce your products. So moving back to here, activity-based costing effectiveness consists of cost driver fitness, cost calculation accuracy, cost information creditability, and cost reporting usefulness. So cost driver fitness and cost calculation accuracy may make the employees across functions to understand various cost and accurate costs. In addition, cost driver fitness and cost information creditability will enable to analyze the cost, labor time, production time, and raw material utilization, and may produce production of off-specification material to identify the value added and non-value added activities. So these activities will make production processes more efficient from those which no added value that can be eliminated or reduced, such as process bottleneck, weight material loss, leading to achieve overall production process efficiency. So cost driver fitness, cost information creditability, and cost reporting usefulness from activity-based costing effectiveness assist management to understand and to analyze production processes and their effects on the cost. So as process efficiency is the successive identification and elimination waste in operating activities. So cost driver fitness and cost information creditability help to re-engineer process, eliminate non-value added activities without unnecessary delay, errors, decrease time to perform activity, select the low cost activity and share activities with other products to yield economics of high volume production. Using cost reports about every activity material in the product chain and activity analyzed guides management process improvement, leading to production process efficiency. Thus, cost driver fitness, cost calculation accuracy, cost information creditability, and cost reporting usefulness identify opportunities to improve business process effectiveness and efficiency by determining redundancies, reducing non-value added activities, and decreasing setup time and activities of production lead to production process efficiency. So this method allows managers to assign value to indirect cost, treating them as if they were direct cost by breaking down the indirect cost of each activity. They can make improvements. Managers can use the activity-based costing method to evaluate things like management influence, efficient processes, and the overall cost of different departments. When we have a look back to traditional cost accounting method, which allocates overhead cost on the basis of one driver, that is overhead absorption base. For example, direct labor hour, machine hour, is inaccurate and misleading as this method often allocates too much cost to a product. Well, based on the overhead absorption base and not enough to another. To address this problem, activities-based cost accounting method was developed to provide a means of creating a more accurate representation of how activities perform in the creation of a product or service actually impact cost. Conclusively, rather than allocating overhead on the basis of one variable such as direct labor, activity-based costing effectively uses multiple cost drivers to present a more accurate foundation for overhead cost allocation. It was recommended that a clear understanding of activity-based costing method and its effective implementation will help gain competitive advantages and achieve higher level of productivity performance of manufacturing companies. And that is from me. Thank you.
I would like to continue our video presentation with my next point on the advantages of activity-based costing. That is, activity-based costing, or as known as ABC, provides more accurate data for profit margins. Activity-based costing, which is known as an improved method of overhead allocation based on the resources consumed by each activity cost pool, rather than traditional costing that only allocate production costs based on specific factors such as machine hours. Activity-based costing provides more accurate data for profit margins as it takes into account both non-manufacturing costs and indirect costs as compared to traditional costing that only adds an average overhead rate to direct costs of manufacturing products, and it is only best used when the overhead of a company is low compared to the direct cost of production. Alright, business and companies usually carry out business activities for the purpose of making profits as one of their main objectives. So, first and foremost, what is defined by profit margins? According to an article produced by Indeed in the year 2021, profit margins are quantifiable measures that are used to calculate the gains or losses of a business or an entity in order to determine the business performance over different time periods. In other words, if you look at the first point on the slide, profit margins give information to business or companies on the percentage of profit that they are able to earn for each dollar of sales of their particular products or services. For instance, a business report showing a 38% profit margin means that they had a net profit of 38 cents for each dollar of sales generated during that particular period. Generally, there are 4 types of profit margin, which are net profit margin, pre-tax profit margin, operating profit margin, and gross profit margin. Next, based on one of the articles from Ohio University in the year 2020, one of the ways to maximize profit is to correct product prices. By applying activity-based costing, as stated in the third point on the slide, the production cost can be reduced or transferred, allowing management to improve their profit margins with effective pricing strategies. Companies also use ABC, activity-based costing, for pricing and product prioritization decisions. In addition, when employing activity-based costing, managers may rapidly identify items with little to no value, as stated in point number 4 on the slide. This information may be used to eliminate products from inventory and reallocate production resources to more profitable commodities. It also makes it easier to discover items that are potentially wasteful in terms of necessary resources. Some items may not only be low in value, but may also consume critical resources. Hence, business or companies or an entity are able to improve their profitability and overall performance to stay in a competitive market if they prefer activity-based costing over traditional costing. Therefore, as the saying goes, it is better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. With that, I will pass to the next presenter. That is all from me. Thank you.
Another benefit in activity-based costing is activity-based costing can provide useful information in decision making. As we all know, decision making is one of the most element in the company. Henry Simon argued that the executive job involves not only making decisions himself, but also seeing that the organization or part of an organization that he directs make decisions effectively. The vast bulk of the decision-making activity for which he is responsible is not his personal activity, but the activity of his subordinates. This highlights an important aspect about managerial decision-making, such as the additional responsibility of managers, which is to ensure their staff make and continue to make effective decisions. In today's more decentralized and flatter workplace, one is tempted to argue that this responsibility is greatly reduced. Now, organizational decision-making appears the responsibility of the individual workers as educated, empowered, autonomous professionals. Furthermore, it is not just a responsibility to ensure the most effective decision is made, but that the decision is also correct in the ethical sense. Decision making actually goes beyond simply considering what is desirable and or what is feasible and into the realms of what is best in a utilitarian sense. What is correct according to the rule, what is correct according to people's rights, and what is correct according to the imperative of justice. Activity-based costing system actually can assist in management decision making by that management should do. In addition to costing more accurate, then the decision will be taken by the management in getting better and right. This is based on the accuracy of the calculation of the cost of product that become very important in today's competitive climate. There are several surveys conducted by Ines and Michael in 1991 show as a result that activity-based costing information is utilized to support the manager's operating decisions such as performance measurement, designing product, and improvement of the process making. It is also used to advocate for strategic decisions such as customer profitability and pricings and product mix. Due to the increasing accuracy of output cost, activity-based costing information enables managers to make better decisions on product designs, process improvement, market segments, and also customer mix. Also, according to the Ines and Michael, activity-based costing is a significant source of information for decision-making about product cost and also product line profitability. Johnson and Kaplan in 1991 also claimed that accurate product costs are critical to pricing decisions, new product introduction, decisions to drop out of date products, and decision on how to respond to the product of competitors correctly and on time, since product costs identify costs of a resource consumption and ways of saving resources, especially at the product and process design stage. A research by Kaplan in 1992 shows that the company can lead product designers to decisions on trade-off between minimizing costs and desired performance, and it provides the cost information of diverse design that product designers can compare to each other. In addition, Morrow 1992 indicates that activity-based costing information is an exemplary method of understanding the collection of costs at each cost layer because it provides a meaningful combination between each customer and market segment and the resources they consume. Building cost layer actually can lead activity-based costing system increase a revenue values to create profitability analysis. The results of profitability analysis support management for future decision on customer and also market and for prediction of the likely cost of alteration in each market segment. I think that's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter to continue with her point.